James Tennyson stops Craig Evans in the 11th round. Decent little scrap this fight. Now, I only caught from the 4th round on, purely because I thought this fight, being billed as a 12 rounder, was a decent scrap on paper. I thought this would be actually higher up the card. So I only saw that the live stream for Sky's undercard was on, and when I clicked onto it, it was Evans versus Tennyson. I was surprised because had I known that that was going to be on the YouTube stream, I would have obviously, I would have caught it from the start. But this is my thoughts on the fight. James Tennyson, he fought well as opposed to boxing well. Very reckless performance from James Tennyson. Craig Evans, not a noted puncher. I know he fought Stevie Orman there back in June. I don't think he's had a fight since then, if I'm not mistaken, Craig Evans. Now, I'll double check it, but I'm pretty sure Craig Evans hasn't had a fight since then. Craig Evans, not a noted puncher by any stretch of the imagination. So, in that sense, James Tennyson, 3 knockouts in 20 fights. So, James Tennyson really did, and he's not fought since the Stevie Orman fight. So, James Tennyson really just kind of kept the high guard, no head movement at all, happy to take a few shots just so he can land his, and his punches definitely had a concussive effect, James Tennyson took a lot of shots, they weren't massive shots. As Tony Bellew said, you're getting hit with 8-ounce gloves, you'd expect to see a little bit of facial damage, but Tennyson, towards the end of the fight, a few marks around the eye, nothing major, whereas Evans was just bashed up. It looked like his nose was broken. He was hurt to the body a couple of times from what I saw, and definitely the weight of Tennyson shot. Tennyson's a good puncher, definitely a good puncher. So Tennyson's shots were having a cumulative effect. Tennyson's obviously been training actually in Dublin, and sparring in Dublin in preparation for this fight. So Tennyson knew what it was. He knew what he was going in there against, and he basically broke his man down, wore him down, and stopped him in the 11th. There was some complaints from Craig Evans about the stoppage. Personally, I didn't see any issue with the stoppage. He was buzzed with a left hook. He held on, but he got buzzed again, and I think he was 1 or 2 punches away from being knocked out pretty badly. James Tennyson, a noted puncher. So, I think the referee made the right decision with the stoppage. As far as I was concerned, this fight really did look like it was only going one way. So, for me, I think it was a decent stoppage by the referee in this fight. So, a little decent scrap to start the card off with. James Tennyson, we know he's fought for a world title in the past. He fought Tevin Farmer. And Tevin Farmer employed some of this, or I should say James Tennyson employed some of the same tactics against Tevin Farmer, where it's just come forward, no head movement, take a few shots to land yours. Now, against somebody like a Craig Evans, you can get away with that to an extent, but as we saw against Tevin Farmer, you just couldn't. The extra class just told. Farmer's not a noted big puncher either, but if you give someone opportunity after opportunity to hit you repeatedly, it will have, an effect. So Tennyson, this was built as a British title final eliminator, I think it was. Obviously Joe Cordina, I believe, is British champion. I think. I could be mistaken, but I think that's who is. And be interested to see. Would James Tennyson take the Joe Cordina fight, or is he going to target maybe European or world level again? Who knows? Decent little scrap to start the card off with. Hope you enjoyed the video. My thoughts on this performance were, it could have been better. I would have liked to have seen a bit more head move from Tennyson. But at the end of the day, he got the win. He got the job done. He bashed up his opponent, to be fair. And the only thing I would say is I'd like to see more defense, because seeing him get hit with a lot of uppercuts, seeing him get hit with a lot of punches, and it doesn't matter even if they're not that hard, it's not good for your health getting hit repeatedly. So I'd like to see a bit more defense out of Tennyson. But, it was what it was. Those are my thoughts on this. Enjoyed the fight. Let me know what you think down below. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe for new, and of course, I will talk to you after.